Hi there, and welcome to another edition of The Eagle's Eye here on AUTV 20. I'm your host, Gracie Wilson, and today I'm sitting down with Madison Graver, a senior in the JDM program. Madison, thank you so much for being here.
Yeah, thanks, Gracie. Thanks for having me.
Of course. Let's get right into the questions because we've got a lot to cover. So going back 4 years, why choose Ashland University as your college?
So when I was first applying to universities, I was mainly looking at smaller schools because I just felt like that's where I would feel the most comfortable. So I had a couple on my list, and Ashland initially was not on that list, but a family friend of mine did attend Ashland, so I was like, oh, maybe I'll apply there, see what happens. Obviously, I ended up getting in, and I toured the school, and it just felt really comfortable, and the atmosphere felt just like nice, and the people were welcoming. And I had just found out recently that my mom took classes through the master's program at the Columbus branch when she was pregnant with me. So that was kind of just like a weird type of way that aligned.
Meant to be.
Yeah.
From the start.
You could say that.
So what have you been involved in then? Because once you got here, you came to JDM. What have you done since then?
So with the journalism department, I've mainly focused on the writing aspect, so the Collegian and AU Live. And I knew that writing was something that I enjoyed, and I was open to maybe doing something with TV or radio, but I mainly did take the route of writing because I did take like one journalism class in high school, and I really did enjoy that. And writing had always kind of come naturally for me. So I thought I might as well, and yeah, I've been doing writing for the Collegian and AU Live since my sophomore year, and it's just been a really good experience to learn about journalism because I didn't initially know that much coming in, and it's been a really great experience through the last couple of years.
Yeah, and you've been really involved here, but that's not all. You've also been really involved in our communication department here on campus, as a major over there too. So what has your experience been like over there?
Yeah, so with the communication department, it's very similar to JDM as to where it's a smaller major, there aren't a ton of people in it, but it's enough to where it kind of feels like a tight-knit community, kind of like it does over here in JDM. And that's along with the students as well as the professors. And I've created some really great relationships with my professors and with the students. Especially with my advisor, Dr. Randall Griffiths. And I also do have a job with the PR department on campus, which actually being in the PR major kind of got me that job. So that was kind of a nice way that kind of correlated to.
Yeah. So you've worked in that department also, and you've worked off campus too, starting with your internship at the Ashland Source, getting that real world experience. Yeah. What was it like getting to do that before you graduated?
Yeah, so working with Ashland Source, I worked with them last semester as my internship, and that was just a really nice experience working with them. It's a very small staff working over there, just a couple people, but they were very inviting. Anytime I had questions, they always were willing to answer anything that I had. They're open to story ideas that I had. They're encouraging me to pitch them ideas. And it really just got me out into the Ashland community. And that's something that I hadn't really done that much of before that. So kind of just being able to interact with people throughout Ashland and even sometimes beyond Ashland was really great. And I definitely wouldn't have experienced that if I hadn't interned with them.
Right. And you've done that, you've gotten that real world experience, but it's almost time to go out into that real world for good. Graduation's right around the corner.
Yeah.
What are your plans as it approaches?
So right now I'm kind of just in the job search. I'll be moving back to Columbus, where I'm from, once I graduate. And the opportunities are kind of just going to be endless from there. I'm keeping my options open. I don't have a specific route that I'm taking, kind of just whatever sounds interesting at the time, I'll apply for it and kind of just see what happens. But yeah, as of right now, just applying for jobs and kind of just seeing what the future holds.
Yeah, world's all yours.
Exactly.
It's right out there.
Exactly.
And as you leave, it's been a long 4 years here, full of friends and involvements in your two departments. What are you going to miss the most when you leave?
Yeah. I think something that I'll miss the most is definitely just those close relationships that I've built with the individuals just in both departments and just with people across campus. Because because since it is such a small university, you do have that opportunity to really get to know people just around, and kind of anytime you leave your dorm or wherever you live, you have a good chance of seeing someone that you know just walking around campus. So not having that anymore is definitely something that I'm going to miss in the future.
Yeah. You've definitely added to our community on campus and in this department, and we thank you for bringing all of your talents to us for the last 4 years.
Thank you.
And thank you for coming in with me today to just talk about what you're going to do, and good luck in your future.
Thank you so much, Gracie.
Yes. That's it for this edition of The Eagle's Eye. I'm your host, Gracie Wilson, reminding you to follow us all across social media at AUTV20. Thanks for watching, and we'll see you next time.